This is Time Warner Cable's local edition. My name is Brad Pomerance, and we are joined today by Aja Brown. She is the mayor of Compton. And Madam Mayor, I'd like to speak with you about one of the challenges facing your city, and that has been violence on the streets. I know it's been very important to you to try to attack that violence, suppress it. You have a program that's launching. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Our program is called the Violence Reduction Network, and it's a partnership with the Department of Justice. And
the U.S. Department of Justice?
The U.S. Department of Justice.
That's for real. That's for real.
We are one of 12 cities that were selected nationwide through a culmination of factors, but one of the things that we focused on in our administration is focusing on gang intervention, prevention, and suppression.
Well, how did you become part of the program? 12 cities nationwide. There are thousands of cities nationwide. What did you do right to participate?
One of the big factors was having strong leadership and also having programs in place that the Department of Justice can come in and augment with their resources.
So tell us how they're augmenting your programs.
Absolutely. Well, in 2013, we started a program, the Compton Police Task Force, and it was really focused on community policing. We brought every single level of law enforcement together, focused on programs for kids, the intervention, the prevention side, and then also for coordinating our resources with the FBI and our local law enforcement to focus on human trafficking and also gang violence. And so last year in 2015, September, we were awarded the partnership, which is really, it's not only funding, but it's every single level of law enforcement. They bring all of their resources, all of their technology, their intel, and they concentrate that in the city of Compton.
So look, I know the program's new and data I'm sure is not available, but you did start your own version in 13. Have we seen a drop in crime at all? Because look, during the recession for some reason we saw drops in crime. Now that we're coming out of it, we're seeing increases in crime. Seems counter-cyclical, but what's happening in Compton?
Well, Compton is really one of the anomalies. We've seen nationwide crime ticking up, as you said, within the recession, but crime has continued to go down in Compton. Overall, our homicides are down by almost 50% in the city of Compton over last year. The same thing with the year before. So we've seen violent crime go down overall. So it's just teamwork. It really takes law enforcement working with the community.
Compton is not unique in that it needs dramatic infrastructure improvements. We know the League of California Cities is pushing that. We know the legislature is in the midst of a special session. I don't know if they're doing anything, but you're taking the bull by the horns and looking to fund your own infrastructure projects. How?
Absolutely. I'm asking Compton voters to vote for a 1-cent sales tax measure. And 1 penny will generate $7 to $8 million annually that will be able to pave every single street in the city of Compton, add additional lighting to enhance public safety, also to be able to redo our parks for our kids, and really also be able to provide resources for public safety, picking up illegal dumping, graffiti abatement, all of the basic services that have really taken a downturn with the recession and also with the city's deficit.
So one could argue you approached the initiative in a wise way in that it is a general request. So you need what % of the voters to say yes?
50% plus
one. So amen to that.
General tax.
Yeah, so talk to me about what your voters are saying to you. We're not that far off. I'm sure there's rumblings on the street about the initiative.
We've done a poll, a professional poll last year. It polled at almost 80%.
So you're in good shape.
Residents want it. They want their streets done. Just like most places, there are potholes. Infrastructure has declined. So people want to have smooth streets.
But how do you get the voters out in June? If it was November, presidential election, June, will there be people going with the primaries maybe over? Or?
Presidential primaries in June, so we're on the same cycle. And I think we'll have a really good turnout in Compton. We're doing a strong public information campaign, and there's also independent campaigns to really get the word out.
So you're feeling positive? You think this will pass?
Absolutely.
And how quickly will the funding come in to get those streets paved?
The funding will actually come in about a year, but we'll be able to move forward immediately with our plans and our different financing tools we have in place.
Her name is Aja Brown. She is the mayor of the city of Compton. My name is Brad Pomerance. This is Time Warner Cable's local edition.